So, this is the lecture 3 on complex analysis for DSC Math student. I'm Ms. Ranjana Datta from Graduate School College for Women, Department of Mathematics. Today we are going to study geometrical interpretation of multiplication of a complex number by I. That means if the complex number is Z, then IZ. What is the geometrical interpretation of IZ? Now we know Z is equal to R cos theta plus I sin theta, and theta is the amplitude. Now we know I is equal to, I can be written as cos 90 plus I sin 90. So if I multiply by I into Z, then cos 90 plus I sin 90 plus into cos theta plus I sin theta. When multiplied, this gives R cos theta plus 90 plus I sin theta plus 90. That is, when Z, we have taken Z, it is cos theta plus I sin theta, but when we take IZ, it is cos R, probably R and multiplied by R, cos theta plus pi by 2 plus I sin theta plus pi by 2. That is, theta is increased by pi by 2 when we multiply it by I. Then the vector Iz is 1 obtained by rotating the vector z through one right angle without changing its length. Now, modulus and amplitude of the complex number. Let z is equal to x plus iy, or x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. Then r is equal to root of x square plus y square, and theta is equal to tan inverse y by x. Theta is called the amplitude or the argument of z, written as theta is amplitude of z, or theta is equal to argument of z. The argument is not unique because by taking different values of theta which differ by multiple of 2 pi, the rotation one is not altered, so theta can be have infinite number of values which differ from each of the values by 2 pi or by any multiple of 2 pi. The value of theta which satisfy 1 and lies between minus pi and pi is called the principal value of the amplitude or argument. Now, how to represent a complex, conjugate complex number? If z is equal to x plus iy is a complex number, then z bar is equal to x minus iy is called the conjugate of z. Conjugate of z plus z1 plus z2 is z1 bar plus z2 bar, and the conjugate of z1 z2 is z1 bar into z2 bar. Now z is equal to, can be written as x comma y, then z bar is equal to x minus y. And if z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta, then z bar is cos minus theta plus I sin theta. So polar coordinates z are r theta, those of z bar are r minus theta. So we can see from the figure, the we thus see geometrically that the p and q are the points represented by z and z bar, then they are symmetrically situated about the real axis OX. In other words, conjugate of Z is the reflection of image of Z in the real axis. The modulus of Z and Z bar both the same, and if R can we say R is equal to some root over x square plus y square. But amplitude of z and theta are z bar and minus theta. Thus, z bar, the modulus, is equal to z, and amplitude of z bar is equal to minus amplitude of z. So, hence z plus z bar, if we add z plus z bar, we get the real number, that is 2 real z, or z bar whole square is equal to z into z bar. Z minus z bar is equal to 2 imaginary z. These are very popular identities of z and z bar. Now, properties of modulus. The modulus of the sum of theorem. The modulus of the sum of two complex numbers cannot exceed the sum of their moduli. That is, if Z1 is equal to R1 cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1, and Z2 is equal to R2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2, then we have to prove Z1 plus Z2 bar is less than equal to Z1 bar plus Z2 bar. Now, Z1 plus Z2 bar, when added, we can write it as, for Z1, we write R1 cos theta 1 plus R2 sin theta 1 plus Z2, we write, and then we know that this is equal to, so when it is equal to root of R1 square plus R2 square plus 2 R1 R2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2, and which is less than R1 plus R2 square plus 2R1 into R2. Since cos theta 1 minus theta 2 is less than equal to R, so R1 plus R2 is equal to Z1 bar plus Z2 bar. That is, Z1 plus Z2 is less than or equal to Z1 modulus plus Z2 modulus. Now the geometrical interpretation of this Z1 plus Z2 is less than Z1 modulus of Z1 and modulus of Z2. We know Z1 is represented by the vector OP and Z2 is represented by the vector OQ, which may be written as PR. So Z1 plus Z2 is equal to OR. So we know that any triangle, the sum of any two sides is greater than the third side. So OP plus PR is greater than OR. OP is Z modulus of Z1 and PR is modulus of Z2 is greater than OR. That means is greater than modulus of Z1 plus Z2. So Z1 plus Z2, taking it on the left, we can write it as less than equal to Z1 modulus and Z2 modulus. In a special case, if the alpha plus I beta can be written as less than equal to alpha plus modulus of alpha plus modulus of beta. Now, next theorem. The modulus of the difference of complex number can never be less than the difference of their moduli. That is, Z1 minus Z2 modulus is greater than Z1 modulus and Z2 modulus. We know Z1 minus Z2 can be written as shown on your screen. Now Z1 minus Z2 modulus is equal to r1 square plus r2 square minus 2 r1 r2 cos theta 1 minus theta 2. So r1 plus r2 square minus 2 r1 into r2, since cos theta 1 minus theta 2 is less than equal to 1. So this is equal to r1 minus r2, which can be written as modulus of z1 minus modulus of z2. Hence, z1 minus z2 is greater than or equal to z1 modulus minus z2 modulus. Geometrical interpretation: let OP is equal to Z1, OQ is equal to Z2, then QP is equal to Z1 minus Z2 modulus. Since in a triangle difference of any two sides is less than the third side, from the triangle OPQ we get OP minus OQ is less than QP. So Z1 modulus minus Z2 modulus is less than Z1 minus Z2 modulus. Hence, modulus of Z1 minus Z2 is greater than Z1 minus Z2. I have given some homework. Please try it at home and then wait for the next class. Thank you. So students, this much only for today.